fiesta se formó. La música con variedad la tocamos desde salsa hasta reggaetón. Un vacilón, este es el show de la mañana en el tapón. Son un bombón, tírame remix, listo.
Ya no tienes excusa, pero si le ponen la canción, le da una depresión.
Si te invito a una copa y me acerco a tu boca,
mi cuerpo un egoísta.
Puro chantaje, puro chantaje. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Este es el show de la mañana con Helio Piedra, Maffer y la bandida.
Este es el show de la mañana, el show.
Eso.
Agítalo, mi hermano.
Ya regresamos. Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a la última hora del show de la mañana aquí en Tu Fiesta Radio, la casa de los latinos, en la 97.3 HD2, y estamos en vivo y en directo en todas nuestras plataformas. Este servidor, Helio Piedra,
Don Casey
Y Maffer.
¡École!
te dan la bienvenida, te dan las gracias por el cariño, la sintonía y la preferencia, todos esos mensajes, los comentarios que nos han llegado de todas partes acerca del app, acerca de la música, acerca de todo. Le damos de verdad nuestra gratitud. Y ahora llegó el momento especial. Vamos a estar conversando en inglés, en español. Vamos a estar hablando con nuestros invitados especialísimos. Yo no sé si estoy listo para esto porque me dieron una sorpresa muy grande. Tenemos unos amigos aquí espectaculares. So, señoras y señores, ladies and gentlemen, Don Casey, ¿por qué no tiras el ladies and gentlemen tú? Porque te queda a ti mejor. Tira.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Eso.
this is
el señor. Miren, tenemos acá, we have
alfombra roja.
Alfombra,
para
please, red carpet, please. We have great friends, incredible artists, great assets of our community. Great friends from my personal point of view. I have Mr. Hector Puig in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Fiesta Radio.
And we have Mr. Michael Curry, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. And we also have our amazing and beautiful friend Christina Reimer. Welcome to the morning show.
Hello, how you doing?
Bienvenida, Christina. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Thank you for being here with us. We really appreciate you guys. Well, for everything and you know that you guys do for our community and for keeping arts in general alive. We're gonna be talking a little bit about Hector's gallery, but most importantly about a beautiful collection that I heard that Hector is actually giving to Santa Fe College and all this process. What is the collection about? And Christina, I understand that is involved with the whole process. But first of all, how you guys doing this morning?
We're doing really well, thank you. Doing
great.
Doing well.
Awesome. We are super excited to have you. I want you to know that we are excited. We're fired up this morning.
Excellent.
Awesome. So let's talk about the collection. What is the collection about?
Well, the collection basically covers over 30 years of the passion that I've had involving the arts. And it basically has to do with the regional artists and professors at Santa Fe College, previous professors at Santa Fe College and current professors, as well as the university here in Gainesville and regional artists. Along that, there's also a great variety of Latin American artists, artistas que vienen de Puerto Rico, Cuba, México, o sea, Colombia. Hay muchos artistas en la colección representando Latinoamérica como tal. So it also has a part of it that is what we like to refer to as outsider art or self-taught art, and also a collection of santos from Puerto Rico dating back to the late 18th century to the present. And santos in Puerto Rico are carved, from wood and based on the colonial tradition of santo making.
Yo quiero expandir ahí que yo nunca había visto y tenido la oportunidad de apreciar de tan cerca eso hasta que Héctor lo implantó aquí.
Sí.
Nunca lo había visto.
Sí, tuve varias exhibiciones, no solamente en el museo actual, el Horn Museum, que tenemos 14 piezas.
¿Ahora mismo?
Ahora mismo hay 14 piezas en el Horn de la colección como tal, que yo básicamente co-curated con la Carol McCusker, que es una de las curadoras en el Horn Museum. Y siempre hemos colaborado, pero la idea fue Santa Fe College, el Colegio Santa Fe, localmente, al yo graduarme de high school, de la... ¿cómo se dice en español? High school.
La secundaria.
Sí, la secundaria. Santa Fe College, en ese momento, esto es para el 86, estamos hablando ya unos añitos atrás, me ofrecieron una beca para quedarme aquí en Gainesville con todo pagado. Y ese detalle que tuvieron me dio una idea, 30 y pico de años más tarde, de básicamente donar la colección para crear un museo para Santa Fe College. So after 35 years or so, Santa Fe College will receive over 5,000 pieces, which basically compounds the collection. And we're talking about, painting, sculpture, carvings, photographs, printmaking. So all the different renditions of what basically involves the fine arts.
That's literally, part of your big legacy.
Well, it is a huge legacy,
yes.
And I'm very proud for Santa Fe College to be the one to receive that. And one of the primary reasons being that I wanted a venue that will basically highlight and on a permanent basis, will showcase on a permanent basis the artists that were part of this community long ago and still to this day that are making Gainesville, right? Because we all know Gainesville is a very unique city here in North Florida.
Santa Fe is being a huge advocate for multicultural arts,
That's correct,
from all countries, and that's just so wonderful that this is happening.
And it's wonderful that you share the experience, and I see it from a point kind of like giving back to the place that at one point give you an opportunity as well.
That's correct. Yeah.
So to me, that giving back have even more meaning because you are giving it from your heart, you are bringing the experience, you are donating literally to the place that at one point, and still believe in you, but in that point, they believe it 100%.
Absolutely.
So congratulations for that. And very happy that Santa Fe is being respectful as well with that and open to have different artists and
So this is all about transforming currently the community, right? And growing the community and presenting the community, like I said, the reason why we are who we are today here in Gainesville. And part of that legacy, like you mentioned earlier, and the reason for that is the influence that a lot of these great artists have had in the community. So you have artists that are represented by major museums, the MoMA in New York, the Guggenheim, the Whitney, the Smithsonian, to just name a few. And these will be arts and artists that will be presented by Santa Fe College in its own space and building. When we are able to involve the community and raise the funds to create this building, which will be right across Blunt Hall, that is now finished. And if people are interested in seeing part of that collection, they can actually see it right now at Blunt Hall, which is right off of 6th Street and West University.
Oh, wow.
Right behind my shop, the
Absolutely.
Gallery. And, Blunt Hall currently has approximately about 200 works or so on display of the 5,000. So just a fraction, but it's a beautiful display, and I encourage people to visit Blunt Hall.
Wow, I am just thinking that I just want to go there and do a coverage. Quiero hacer una cobertura and see so the Latin community can know like 100% what is happening with that and enjoy that, because we didn't know until this time all of the details, and it is just amazing that that is happening. We need to make sure our Latin community knows what is happening in that building, what is coming up for Santa Fe College.
En este grupo de gente que trabaja contigo, que tú trabajas, ¿pueden participar de diferentes nacionalidades? Escuché que habían de Sudamérica también. ¿Hay alguien de Perú?
Sí, hay un profesor en Santa Fe College que es escultor, que según tengo entendido es de Perú.
Okay.
Sí,
¿Y cómo podría ser la gente peruana que nos está escuchando, por ejemplo, la gente de otros países que puedan colaborar contigo de alguna manera?
Sí, pueden contactarme en mi galería.
Okay.
Y de ahí nada, o sea, podemos tener una conversación y ver que, pero hay piezas peruanas en la colección.
Ah, qué bonito.
Sí,
qué
hay
bonito.
piezas peruanas. Sí.
Okay.
Qué lindo, una maravilla que haya tanta variedad.
Claro
so
que
it's
sí.
so many different countries and cultures and folklore
And that's the idea.
so rich.
Esa es la idea, es incluir países latinoamericanos y presentar a la comunidad una variedad única en el área, donde pueden aprender diferentes, no solamente diferentes trabajos de muchos países, pero tradiciones como
exacto,
tal. Por ejemplo, la tradición de santos en Puerto Rico en particular es una influencia colonial. En Perú existe la misma tradición, hasta cierto punto. También existe en las Filipinas, existe en Brasil, como tal. Y hay también piezas de Brasil.
Qué lindo,
sí,
qué lindo.
Pero con los santos en particular, personalmente yo nací en Utuado, Puerto Rico. Y estoy aquí. Primero vine a Gainesville en el 75 y me mudé en el 81. Y desde entonces estoy en Gainesville. Y he vivido en varios sitios, pero Gainesville para mí es mi hogar.
Tu casa.
Mi casa.
Claro que sí.
Y es una colección de santos como tal que envuelve más o menos como 3,000 tallas.
Wow.
Las cuales enseñan la variedad de estilos en ese contexto de la tradición de santos de Puerto Rico, y presenta va a presentar a la comunidad ese progreso, o sea que van a aprender mucho de muchas diferentes culturas.
Muy bueno.
I would love to hear from Michael. How do you feel having Hector and what he's gonna present in Santa Fe?
Yeah, we move the microphone.
Just a point.
That's okay.
So.
Well, it's as Elio has said, Santa Fe has a long history of supporting and working with Latin American countries, Cuba, now Puerto Rico. But it's a thrill, when Hector came and said that he was seriously considering making this donation, that he wanted Santa Fe to have the collection. What I think I was most honored about was the fact that he trusted the college, that he trusts the college to treat the collection with respect and to tell the story that he has been building really over the last 30 years. So that's what we're in the process of doing. We're in the process of honoring and respecting his work and actually building on that so that we have a place to display it. That allows it to maybe spread out a little bit. If you could have seen it in his house, it was pretty close together, and it was spectacular the way he was showing it. But we're hoping to be able to show more of it and be able to tell stories. There are a million stories we can tell with the work that.
I want to ask Michael really quick. You could squeeze a little bit because I want to make sure people see your face over here, Michael. Aquí un poquitito. That's Michael.
Now I'm in Hector's shot.
Because I want to make sure the Latin community, especially, see Michael's face. And the reason is Michael has done And that's, I think, is that part of your huge legacy, like, has been supporting for so many years. As far as I know, and I know you and so many different artists from different countries, either in music, either in arts in general. It mentioned ballet, mentioned we have our great friend, rest in peace, Raúl Villarreal. So much. Like, I want to make sure that you remember this face and you see and get to know closer, Michael Curry, because sometimes you're working so much behind the scenes and you don't get the credit that you really deserve. Mentioning all of the other projects, that they are big projects. And you are always telling me how you do it as well. It's just, you are in so many places. So I just want to thank you on behalf of our community for building such a wonderful legacy for all of us. For all of us supporting, this project as well. Again, as so many projects, rebuilding. So it is incredible, and that's a great question that Muffet asked, like how excited you feel after all this year now having this collection under your umbrella and being Santa Fe College the home of Hector's legacy. That is awesome. So now they can see you better, and
thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. So now let's talk about Christina. I understand that you are crucial in this process. So how all this process of collections, art, how does it work?
Yeah, so I was really excited to get to be involved with this project. How many museums have I paid to go to? And now I get to sit with a bunch of pieces that are going to be in a museum.
Right.
It's amazing. So dream come true. So my role has been with my team to inventory the pieces and take measurements, take photos, try to record as much artist information, titles, dates, all of that, just to make sure that we have a really complete record of everything that is coming into the collection.
Wow, that is awesome. And how long does it take? To do all of that, to select, take the collection?
We've really just finished the first round, and it's been about a year and a half.
Wow, a first round, right? Yeah. First round, a year and a half. Talk about taking time. It's funny that we're talking about this because we were just mentioning being patient, disciplined, and consistent. And people sometimes they want to do things, any project, they want to make it overnight and they want to see results. And you're mentioning about a year and a half, the first round.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because of all the data, I believe that you have to get from the artist, right? You want to make sure that you have days, time, even the history behind a piece, if you have it, together for everyone else to be able to obtain it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Christina, I should add, Christina has done an unbelievable job with her team to achieve what she just mentioned. And to do what she did in a year and a half, I promise you, I've worked with many museums, and what Christina has done with her team normally would take longer to process that many pieces. So she's done an amazing job, and I'm very proud of the way that she's handled, and with the delicate nature that she's handled the collection. And I should add that the collection isn't only about the artwork itself. It also consists of as you mentioned, the history, the story, the recordings, the paperwork, the tools. Because I always made a habit of collecting a very unique objects from the artist, whether it be paintbrushes that Arnold Meshes owned and used in his paintings. Wow. So we intend to have a display that showcases all these different elements of the process of art making, right? Like in printmaking, you have wood blocks, you have silk screens, you have copper plates for etching. So we're going to show the students, we're going to show the general public the process of all of this. So telling that story is the primary goal here for the Transform Art Museum.
Wow,
that's kind of like awesome. In media. You have pre-production, production, and then the post-production as well.
And eventually you repurpose the content.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to ask you, when you were first thinking, Hector, about all of this, and what was the biggest motivation, like the biggest purpose when you think about your art, and you mentioned that you have that experience where they support you and all of that, but the ultimate goal, a bigger picture.
Well, the decision clearly wasn't an easy decision from the perspective of my decades of work putting this collection together. It's such a personal and dear collection to my heart. So I did have a conversation with my family and with my daughters, and when I share the idea that wouldn't have happened without Michael Curry and his sincerity and also devotion to the work and devotion to the project. I made it clear to my daughters that after asking them how they felt, and they backed me up 100%. They said that it was the best decision, the best thing to do. So from then on, it was just a matter of really hard work, primarily done by the team that Christina put together. And, I just wanted the story, my main reason behind it is to make sure that the story is told accurately and effectively and thoroughly, that story is told in a way where the average visitor of the museum will get a sense of, I get this, I get the enormous nature of it.
Definitely. I feel like that's the mission of every artist, of every communicator, like get the message across. You want to make sure that the message is there and people are able not just to see it, but to understand it as well.
Yeah, because, when you think of your average visit to a museum, you think of, you go into a room and there's 20 paintings and 3 sculptures or whatever the room may hold, but there isn't really, for the most part, usually, with exhibits, there isn't much of a background or more information outside of that. Mm-hmm. So we intend to have a little bit more than just that.
That is awesome. And now we have a couple minutes before the end of the show, but I want to ask you this question. That's crucial. How can we help you? How can we help the whole project to be whatever we can do to Fiesta Radio?
Well, contacting Santa Fe College, wanting to get involved, is they can contact me at the gallery, at the shop. They can write to Michael Curry or Christina. But as far as helping, they can reach out to me, and we can take it from there. But I'm at 702 West University, right there. Literally behind Blund Hall on 6th Street. So on the corner of 6th and West University. And they can call me at the gallery, Hector Framing and Gallery. And,
Pero ¿cómo se podrían comunicar? ¿A qué teléfono?
Pueden comunicarse al 352-271-4243.
271-4243.
Sí.
352.
Sí, okay. Ese es el número de la línea para la galería, y pueden comunicarse conmigo, expresar interés en saber más del museo.
Exacto.
O contactarme, ¿no? Para hablar del museo y cómo pueden ayudar. Pero van a haber eventos
Fabuloso.
En los cuales la gente puede compartir, ver parte de la colección, pueden visitar también ver la colección que ahora mismo está, que no hemos discutido eso, pero la colección ahora mismo fue transferida a un espacio donde hay obviamente aire acondicionado.
Un espacio especial.
Un espacio especial.
Excelente.
Sí, donde toda temperatura y la humedad
tiene que ser perfecto.
Controlada, sí.
Exacto.
Entonces,
vamos a repetir el teléfono 352-271-4243 para que puedan comunicarse contigo.
Sí, y pueden también comunicarse por correo electrónico a Hg Puig HGPUIG, @yahoo.com.
Excelente.
Esto es un proyecto de la comunidad que es muy importante, que apoya las artes. Es muy importante que la comunidad sepa cómo puede ayudar, si hay lugares donde pueden donar, si hay lugares donde pueden apoyar de cualquier manera posible. Y nosotros queremos aportar nuestro granito de arena. We wanna make sure that whatever we can do to support art, to support you, support Michael, support Santa Fe College, we can also give back. Because again, to me, Santa Fe College has been huge as well. You know, every single person at the arts department, and you know, Cuba, Alberto, and everything with the Latin community and the Latin arts between Santa Fe is been tremendous over the years. So what an honor would be for us to be a small, part of connecting the Latin community with anybody that is interested on putting ese granito de arena ahí en el proyecto.
Absolutamente. Claro. Todo, o sea, la gente tiene que entender que cualquier pequeña cantidad ayuda. Si quieren contactar al college, al colegio directamente. Estamos en ese proceso de hacer eventos para recaudar fondos para el edificio. Así que es como tú dices, cualquier cosa ayuda.
Yeah. Well, if it's about events, let me tell you, we are going to bring the fiesta to you.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you once again. Thank you, Michael, for coming. This is such a surprise because I thought Michael was in Key West. I'm so happy you are here. Thank you, Christina, as well, for being part of the project. Thank you for coming, for making time. Thank you, Hector, my friend. Me llama el monstruo en la red. Es un cómico. Y yo le digo monstruo para atrás también.
Thank you, and I look forward to see the gallery when it is done.
Yes,
and tomorrow,
congratulations.
Tomorrow we're going to be at Heart Museum. By the way, mi gente, remember, tomorrow at 6 p.m. we're bringing the fiesta to the Heart Museum, supporting the Arts and Pride Night. So, ahí vamos a apreciar la obra de Maestro. Now that you mentioned, so when you were talking about it, I was already thinking. So, we'll see you
Vamos a repetir
tomorrow.
el teléfono, por favor, para que se comuniquen. 352-271-4243. 271-4243.
Así mismo es. Muchas gracias, don Casey.
Gracias a ustedes.
Claro que sí. Nos vemos, mi gente. Gracias por estar en la sintonía. Recuerden que nos vemos a las 3 en retrospectiva con don Casey. Gracias por disfrutar una vez más de esto que se llama El Show
de la Mañana.
La emisora que te hace vibrar.
Dale candela.
Las 24 horas.